a lot of people were telling me at the top of the show today, hey, Aaron, you were right about Bam Margera, and hey, looks like you really called it about Bam Margera. Two things. I didn't want to be right.
No.
About Bam Margera.
Everybody would love to see him turn around, right?
I don't care.
No, well.
About him turning around. I just want to see him stop fucking up his family.
That'd be turning around.
Honestly, for me, I just get the shit to shoe level. I don't even care if you get
I don't think there is shoe level for him. I think he needs to either quit or get off pot.
So now the people saying like, oh, Aaron, you called it. You saw it coming. Like, I don't think I have a crystal ball. I think I was just looking at a junkie fuck up and going, he's going to do another junkie fuck up thing. And junkie fuck ups tend to get worse and worse with the shit they do as time goes on. So I certainly wasn't seeing myself as like a soothsayer or a clairvoyant when I made these calls about Bam Margera. But
you're just guessing.
This is a bad one. The last time we checked in on him, he was screaming at the mother of his children.
In front of his child.
In front of his child, fucked up at a restaurant. Now, TMZ has obtained the police report describing what allegedly happened in the lead up to Bam Margera fleeing into the woods. And it's a shocking account. Now, Bam Margera is wanted by the police in Pennsylvania. He's wanted. They were kind of vague on it at first. There was an altercation, and then he ran from authorities, and he just ran off into the woods, and they were looking for him.
What a weird thing.
Yeah, like fucking Sasquatch. He just
Bam Squatch.
Yeah, he just ran off into the woods, and now they can't find the fucking guy. According to cops, who they say spoke to the alleged victims, who happen to be Bam's family members in this case. The former, honestly, I haven't read this yet.
I haven't either.
And all I'm hoping is not the kid, not the kid, not the kid.
I hope the kid didn't see any of this, at least.
The former Jackass star started banging on his brother Jesse's bedroom door at around 8 a.m. on Sunday and left an ominous note behind. Jesse told police the signed letter from Bam read, "If you even fucking think of calling the police on me, I will officially fuck you up."
Okay, so we have
I'm Bam Margera, and this is the brother fight on Jackass. Sorry.
World star.
Jesse goes on to say he then went downstairs to find Bam peeing into the kitchen sink, at which point a fight allegedly broke out. Well, did you let the guy put his dick away first? I mean, you don't start the fight while the guy's got his dick out pissing. In fairness, and I'm not saying I'm on Bam's side here, kind of an asshole move.
I think it'd be kind of gay. You can't be swinging at some dude with his dick out.
Yeah, you can't be hitting a guy.
Let him put that away.
Right, and then you can get piss on you if he's not done pissing.
God. Oh, he's going to make dribblies.
Yeah, you don't want to get dribble piss from a junkie on your leg.
Oh, it's going to be like acid rain. Just eat away your skin.
Come on, man. Let the guy put his dick away.
Then his clothes.
Yeah, I'm not saying your brother doesn't need to be punched in the fucking ear really hard. He does many, many times. Just wait till he puts his dick away and finishes urinating first. I mean, he's already pissed on your sink. Damage is done.
Dude, that's going to eat through the porcelain.
Oh, no. Then he'll probably make a documentary on Bam. Oh, you mean the sink. I'm sorry.
No, you got it.
In the docs, Jesse claims Bam wailed on him and struck him multiple times in the head. And cops make a note of this in their report, noting visible injuries they say they observed. After the brawl, Jesse goes on to allege that Bam said, quote, "I'll kill you. I'll put a bullet in your head." Well, that would do it.
And you'd probably believe him too, right? He's willing to hit you. He's going to shoot you.
If he doesn't sell the gun to get drugs first. It's the level of discipline that he may not have.
Yeah.
Jesse also told police that Bam allegedly said he'd also kill everyone in the house. Which the occupants of which at the time included his dad, Phil, and 2 other women. Jesse told police that Bam fled into the woods behind their house after this, and cops say they came up short when they went looking for him. So this is just kind of like, this is Bam's old antics on Viva La Bam taken to an extreme. Like he used to fuck with his parents and fuck with his family.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, now he's a little more out of control and the pranks aren't near as funny.
He worked himself into a shoot.
Yeah. Bam kind of worked himself into a drug-addled shoot.
Yeah, but so now he's just a babe in the woods. Yeah. But like, I feel like a guy like that can't last long in the woods, not for like lack of trying, but he needs his drugs. He needs drugs and he needs alcohol, and he doesn't have that with him, I'm assuming.
You're just going to find him shaking and sweating next to a tree all gimped out.
If he were to stay out there, he dies. Whether it's from exposure or withdrawals, he's going to die.
Yeah, Pennsylvania in April, not the warmest city in the world.
Probably animals.
He
too.
probably went home. I mean, he's probably...
Somebody picked him up, I'm guessing.
They found, what's her name, walking around in L.A., and they held her for like 2 weeks in
Amanda
a
Bynes?
psych ward. Yeah, let's hold Amanda Bynes. Let's get Bam the Amanda Bynes treatment.
He, too, is walking around naked.
Yeah, let's just get Bam
He
in a
sold his
psych ward.
clothes.
And then never let him out of the psych ward. Yeah, Shaft says in the chat he needs a 5150. Why not?
Yeah.
That might be the last hope, is just get him in the... Because they've tried rehab, I think, 572 times.
Well, now you're beating up your family. Yeah, I think he can go.
Or it's just time for everybody to just say, fuck you, dude, we're done. And just cast him out. Like
That's what I mean. Like, don't let him in your house.
The
Like, he
wife's
can
done
go.
it. Yeah, the wife's done it. Now it's time for the dad to
And
do it. It's
I don't
time for the
want-
brother to do it.
I don't want the ex-wife to feel bad either. I don't want her to feel bad. I know that's got to be a hard situation to be in, but she really stuck around as long as she could.
A warrant has been issued for Bam's arrest, and the Pennsylvania State Police are actively searching for him, asking the public for any help on info regarding his whereabouts. The charges he's facing sound pretty serious, although we're told they're all misdemeanors. Well, yeah, I mean, nothing really rose to the level of felony unless you count the threats against other people's lives.
Are you telling me that it's a misdemeanor to beat the shit out of somebody?
I mean, to the level that they probably told the cops he beat the shit out of them. Like, he punched me in the ear a couple times.
No, he said he really wailed on him.
Yeah, it's probably about a misdemeanor. Like, if there's not serious
Interesting.
bodily harm or anything, then yeah, he's probably
Well,
fine.
even the death threat, though,
Another misdemeanor.
that is so strange to me. I always kind of figure like those are big offenses.
Yeah, Chernobog's probably right. Check Johnny Knoxville's house. He's probably throwing rocks at it and shitting in his yard. More than likely.
Yeah, maybe.
Fuck you, dude says leave him in the woods. He'll either come back and be arrested or he'll die. It's all you can do with
That's
Bam.
kinda what I'm thinking.
All you can do with Bam Margera at this point is just leave him to go off on his own and see what happens.
What do we have left?
Death.
Like,
Death.
I really do think like the bottom never falls out for this guy. It's death.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't keep beating up people without being locked away at some point. So
yeah, I mean, he's constantly fucked up.
I do worry that if he were pissed enough, he might hit the ex-wife. You know, just so
See-
he's angry at her for taking everything away.
And
from him.
that's what I'm worried about is if he
do
does
worry
something
about
to
that.
himself, he does it in view of the wife and the kid and stuff like that. But I honestly, I think the clock's ticking on the guy. I think every time we get to one of these incidents with Bam Margera, that's one step closer to a resolution.
Well,
to
because-
this, or an end to this story.
Because every time he does something, less and less people are on his side too.
Yeah.
Like we used to see that when we post clips about him and our takes on him too. There would be people like, oh, leave Bam alone. He's fine. He just needs a little help and stuff like that. And then that gets less and less. And like
Yeah.
more people show up saying, oh boy, he's kind of a piece of shit.
We get more and more views on every Bam clip we put out there and a higher and higher thumbs up rate. It used to be like in the 70s. People like, how dare you say that about Bam? Then the next one would be in the high 70s. And the next one would be in the 80s. And now the last two have been in the mid 90s, like as high as it can get. Because people have slowly started to see it my way, and they're like, "Yeah, this guy's irredeemable. This isn't like a drinking problem or a drug problem anymore. This is a full-blown nightmare. Like this is a completely fallen apart, dysfunctional human being that needs to be destroyed and rebuilt, or maybe he just destroys himself."
Upset ducks, right? He's too crazy for jackass. Like that to me says an awful lot.
Everyone tried to help him, and everyone has quit. Johnny Knoxville and Jeff Tremaine were like, we'll put you in the movie, you fucking junkie. Just take these withdrawal pills, take these things that are going to keep you sober, and then, keep you able to perform for the movie and make $5 to $10 million bucks. And maybe they thought if he went on a movie shoot and had to stay clean for the whole thing, it would get him clean for good.
Well, yeah, if you stay clean for a certain amount of time, it's just like creating a habit. You've got, they say for like human nature, it's 21 days to create a habit. I'd say the opposite's true too. You got to keep going.
And then like any junkie, when it fell apart, he blamed them. So they washed their hands of Bam Margera. Then Steve-O was his buddy. And I'm going to help you, Bam. I promise. Like, don't worry, buddy. I'm going to take care of you. And then I'm going to take you on tour with me. And, me and Bam are going to do a show together. And we're going to bring your son and all this stuff. First fucking night, he's fucked up in front of his kid. And Steve-O, sends the kid off with the mom and says, I got to wash my hands of Bam Margera. I'm done. I'm going to have to watch my friend die. He said that. I mean, those were his words.
I can't imagine.
And now and then the wife leaves. The wife says, I got to get the fuck out of here. This isn't healthy. And now it's the brother and the dad who are now like, yeah, they called the cops and like, you got to pick him up.
And if there's one last guy that usually sticks around, it's your father.
Right.
Like, oh, man.
For some of us. But that's the end. That's
insane.
I mean, there's literally nobody left.
I've said this about people I've personally known previously too. You'd think like the kid alone would be enough. Like you got your beautiful child in front of you. You'd think that'd be enough to pull you through and make you want to be better. I can't imagine being fucked up like that in front of our kids. I just couldn't do it.
Some people just lose that battle. I mean, there's nothing other than it consumes them. It takes them over. And it looks like with him, it's just about finished its victory over Bam Margera.
Kids are around, especially for me. I want to make sure that I'm able to take care of them in case of anything ever happening. You want to be able to act.
While I'm smoking crack.
Right, you can be smoking crack. I will hold down the fort.
Right, I have to be able to smoke crack. That's the important
That's
thing.
true, so I have to be sober.
Right. Citizen M says, Bam did stay clean, didn't he? No, he wouldn't drug test for the movie. He wouldn't take any of his tests because he was still getting fucked up. The movie canceled him because he took his prescribed drugs. No, there was a clause in his contract. He had to stay clean. He had to take the random drug tests. They asked him for a random drug test. He flew off the handle, threw a fucking fit, motherfucked everybody, and quit the movie. And that's what happened.
In my opinion, so he put it out there that like, oh, they canceled me because I was taking my prescribed drugs. I think it was Adderall or something like that. And it's like, no. Knoxville is going to be understanding that if you have a prescribed drug, like, of course, take it.
You see,
it's not that.
You see, Citizen M, what you did was you fell for a junkie's lies. That's what they do. Notice that Bam Margera is always the victim. Like Wrestling Fat Faku says, pure mental delusion of how innocent he is in all of his fuck up excuses.
They're all the same, though. Yeah. Every single drug addict is that way. Like it's always, oh, woe is me. Nobody understands me.
Yeah. And David Chandler says it right. He goes, well, I'm sure he was taking those too. Yeah, I'm sure he was taking the prescription drugs too, if they're going to throw those at you.